folks. I know you're probably getting a little bit tired of hearing Lester complain about Liberty County, but here's another example of a problem that we're having. Now, there are about 13 buses that drive down this road every day. And every single day, as we drive by, this limb that is broken off here whacks the top of our buses. Small road like this, it's a little bit difficult to always go around, so we're taking a beating right here. So what I tried to do just now is climb up my bus, grab it, and pull it off. I might can climb on top of the bus. Let's try this. Hold on. Guys, in all of my life, I've never stood on top of a school bus. A little bit embarrassing, actually. I'm lucky there's no traffic coming down the road. But as you can see, I'm still not up high enough. I have to go a notch higher. It's a little bit embarrassing here. Huh. Did it. All right. Sorry, old girl. I am so sorry. That will never happen again. I was watching a late night comedian recently, and he was kind of making some jokes about the millennials, the young generations, and how they give us older folks a hard time for not being able to use our technology, you know, our handheld devices and whatnot. And then he was actually made a really funny joke, and it makes perfect sense. He says, now wait a minute, who is the real imbecile here? Those that are not real keen on using the technology, or those who cannot put it down? Those that walk around with this thing in their hand and their eyes glued to it. Those that cannot put it down and have a normal conversation between two people, a family member or a loved one, or on a romantic date. No, think about that for a minute. A lot of folks give us a hard time for being the old geezers, the imbeciles, if you will. But really, who are the ones that are really at a misfortune here? Who are the ones that truly are missing out on life? Hey folks, Lester here. I'm gonna go ahead and preface this video by saying this is not a farm animal video. First and foremost, this is not a farm animal video, but if you'll stick around long enough, you might actually enjoy it more than you would one of my typical animal videos. Listen folks, I am sitting aboard, or on board, I'm sitting on board my temporary new bus. Now, when I say new bus, this bus is nothing new at all. My normal bus, I've had a couple of mechanical issues. There's a very low-lying limb on the Plum Grove Road that I came by and I hit it just right, and it knocked a couple of lights out. And so I had to take my bus in for some repairs. Normally when you do that, the bus barn has a couple of loaner buses that they give you. Well, it just so happened that this week, there were none of those loaner buses available, and they had to give me something that has not been driven in a while. And folks, it's easy to see why. Anywho, little did I know, as I'm sitting around walking, making my circle, inspecting this new bus, which is actually a very old bus, and I'm not gonna lie, the first impressions, man, it had me sinking to an all-time low as far as bus driving goes. But, and I repeat, but, little did I know that once I got this bus cranked up and got going on my way, how much I would fall in love with this bus. And I think to myself, that's what they mean by saying you can't judge a book by its cover. Let me show you around this bus a little bit and show you what I'm referring to as far as my first impressions go. That is clear caulk. Someone has taken and put in clear caulking over on the dash of this bus. Because I'm guessing without that clear caulk, this entire dashboard would have just fallen down. This seat will not raise up. This is as high as this seat goes up. And I want to show you something. Look, guys, this is my eye level. This is my eye level. I am, okay, you don't believe me, do you? Look. This is my eye level. How could you, this is the kind of bus or the kind of seat where those little short guys and girls need to put a phone book under them. Look at my switchboard. What in the world is all this stuff? Who still has, who has turned knob dials, AC and heat controls? I do have a radio, yet there's no buttons. It won't come on. So that's just eye candy right there, but it does good for nothing, all right? It does you good for nothing. That is a haze. That right there is a haze that develops over headlights. I don't know if you can tell from there, but look at the faded paint. Look at the faded paint. And do they even still have the 100 Club? Is that even still a thing? I don't have my other bus here to show you a side-by-side comparison, but even the mirrors are smaller, which allows me to see so much better of what's going on around me. Smaller mirrors, yes, but I can see everything around me. So you're saying, Lester, what's the big deal? Where's this video going? Let me show you this bus from the perspective of someone that sees life with my cup half full, or my bus half full, instead of the cup or the bus half empty. Look at all the neat things about this bus. Watch this. Look at how wide of a step system you have over here. On my other bus, they have some kind of a console built out here, and it comes down and gives you a little bit of storage space, but it makes the kids squeeze into a little spot right along here. Nope, not this bus. Man, they have all kinds of space to get on, and they're not forced to get right into a bus driver's face. And this right here is actually kind of important during the, time of the pandemic. Something else you don't realize. Look, you can open and close your door from right here. You don't need to do and reach over and grab some kind of a latch system over there or some kind of a control over here. You can literally keep your hands on the wheel at all times to open and close your doors. Uh-oh, door's not closing. Okay, so it does close. And it's really, really neat the way it closes. But I'll tell you what, that could actually chop someone's arm off, I'm afraid. So that's really awesome. Not only that, but you control your lights from right here on the other thumb. Your other thumb controls all of your lights. So as you know, your bus has your yellow warning lights, your flashers. It has your red stop lights. And all those are controlled right over here. You're not having to take your eye off the road, look over here, and find that knob the way it is on my other bus. That's amazing. But if you've not seen enough of the positives yet, guys, it's hard to figure out what's what. So what I've done, I have everything already set, and this one button here. Oh, heaven. Heaven on earth. I know you can't feel this, but I have never been on a bus with a colder, there I am, with a colder AC system. This thing is like an Arctic blast, and I can direct those 4 vents all over this bus. Not only that, but if you can see, there's an additional 4 vents here in the back. Now, I know what you're thinking. A lot of you guys are like me. You're saying, man, when I went to school, I didn't even have an AC on my bus. These kids are spoiled. I agree. I also rode a bus with no air conditioner when I was a kid. But the fact that I have to drive a bus now, I want it to be nice and comfortable. And this over here allows your kids to sit in comfort and not be stuck on some hot, stuffy bus when we have temperatures that are over 100 degrees. And those days are coming up very, very soon. But as much as I rolled my eyes and showed my displeasure when they told me which bus I'm going to be taking home for the next couple of days, I'm embarrassed now because I have to find a way to say, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, they're at the bus barn, the ones that run the bus barn, I was wrong. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't mind keeping this old bus for a while longer. Maybe for the next 3 weeks of the school year. Seriously. This is amazing. It may not look the look, but man, it's not the outside that matters. And the reason I think this video is important is because can't that teach us a life lesson about ourselves? How many of you feel like, you know what, I'm older, I'm run down, I'm tired? But people who see that and judge you by that have no idea about what they're missing out on if they would just take the time to get to know the real you and see all of the qualities you have inside. If they just knew. Anyway, remember the expression, you can't judge a book by its cover. Here goes Lester driving around in what is the oldest bus in that bus barn, a bus that I am certain will be sent off to auction after this school year, and next year there'll be some deer hunter who will be driving this bus up to his deer camp, taking all these seats out, and this will be his hunting bus. And I'm thinking, no, let me keep this, because I have an appreciation for things like this. Thank you, Bus Barn. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, at the Bus Barn, for what you thought would be a fun practical joke, what you thought would be a little more rookie hazing, has turned into a very valuable life lesson, not only for me, but maybe for some of the folks watching this video. All right, there we go. Thank you very much, Bus Barn. I'm going to take this bus for as long as I have it and enjoy the heck out of it. Now, question is, will it start the next time I turn that key? That is yet to be determined.